Hey, welcome to Kuma's Kitchen. And what do we got today? We have, look at that. That is sweet and sour chicken fried rice. Yeah. You know, you can have the sweet and sour, and you can have the rice on the side, and you're going to put it on top of it. Why not just do it all at once, right? It's so much easier. Everything's in there. Also, I've got a couple different ingredients in my sweet and sour that you're going to find quite interesting, I think. Yeah. Notice one thing is, when I lived in Canada, it was always red. It's not red here. No. So we got more of a nice brown, and there's a reason for that, as you'll find out when we go into the kitchen. All right. So let's have some of this first. All right. So some of those other ingredients I use in sweet and sour really add levels of flavor in here. So you're definitely going to go into the kitchen to make this. So let's head in there right now. All right, so here's the ingredients, and I think you're going to find just a few surprises here. First of all, across the front here, we've got what we're going to put on our chicken in, which is half a teaspoon of salt, half a teaspoon of pepper, 1 tablespoon of cornstarch, and 1 tablespoon of paprika. Then, for our sweet and sour sauce, and this is where there might be a few surprises. First of all, across the back here, I've got a 1/4 cup of honey. This over here is 2 tablespoons of vinegar, but this is black vinegar. This is not your usual vinegar. We got one here called black vinegar. Now, if you can't get it, don't worry. You could use a regular vinegar in there. It'd be okay, fine too. Over here, 1 teaspoon of molasses. Yes, that's going to add a little something there again. And then 2 teaspoons of Sriracha and a half a teaspoon of soy sauce. So notice there's no ketchup in here. I don't like ketchup anyways. When I lived in North America, in Canada, the sweet and sour pork was always red. It's not red here, it's brown, okay? And that comes from the black vinegar. All right, over here, the ingredients that are going in, the main things, we've got here 6 shiitake mushrooms, and I've cut them thickly, just a little over 1/4 of an inch. So, you know, about 7-8 millimeters or so. Good thick cut. 1 onion, coarsely chopped. 2 bell peppers, coarsely chopped. You want big pieces like that. What I did was I was able to get 1 yellow and 1 red, so you know, little bit of each, but whatever color you can get is fine. The rice back here, yes, there's gonna be rice to this. That is somewhere between 2.5 and 3 cups. I believe that came out to about 2 3/4 cups, somewhere around there. And then you got 1 pound or 450 grams of chicken thigh back here, cut into small bite-sized pieces. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take the big bowl. Let's just put that rice and all off to the side. We don't need that right now. We're going to put the cornstarch, all the cornstarch, the paprika, the salt, and the pepper in here. Then I'm just going to quickly mix those around a bit to get that all nicely mixed together before we throw the chicken in there. All right. There's something missing. All right, forgot the butter. We're gonna need that because we're gonna get the butter going first before I dread that chicken. We're bringing this up. Notice I got a frying pan, but I've got the deeper frying pan, so it's gonna be easy to stir fry things in there. I'll bring that up on medium heat. And that's about right there. Let that butter start melting. You're gonna toss the chicken in here and dredge it in that mixture. So away we go. Give it a toss until everything is nicely coated. And while that's happening, just quickly go over here and skate that butter around a bit to get that speeded up. There we go, keep going. And mix this up. There we go, that's gonna be great. All right. We've got basically everything's coated now with some of that mixture. Okay, all right. So it'll be just a minute for that butter to melt. All right, the butter's melted, in goes the chicken. Out to one side. All right, I'm gonna fry that chicken about 6 to 8 minutes just to get it started, get it browning, medium heat, and then we're gonna get some other things in there. So I'll be back here probably closer to 8 minutes. All right, that's been a little over 7 minutes. It's all looking really good. It's been cooking away here. So what I'm gonna do now, we're gonna add those shiitake mushrooms in there. Get a little stir around. Again, we're gonna look coated with the liquid. The onions. That's onion, I guess one onion in there. And the bell peppers. And now, I'm gonna cook that, stirring that every once in a while for about another 5-6 minutes. I just want to get things started here, get it softening up with that, those vegetables just a little bit, not too much. Still want a little bit crisp in there, so 5-6 minutes, that would be just right. Even the onions, we don't want the onions overcooked. We're not softening them up like usual. Just a little bit, just get the rawness out. It's gonna be great. All right, let's see you back here about 5-6 minutes. It's been cooking away nicely. We'll give it about another half a minute or so because we're gonna first mix up our sauce here. So the honey into, we get it into a bowl where we can mix it all together easily. So put the honey in there first. All right, let's got that. And that black vinegar. The molasses, that's probably gonna need a little help. All right, and the Sriracha. Let's give it a little kick. Nice little taste. A little spiciness in there. All right. And the soy sauce. Let's up the salty factor a little bit. Now, grab a whisk. Whisk that together. Oh, that's some of that Sriracha. It's something you want to get in the back of your throat. All right, that's looking good. Now, one last stir around. And then you want to breathe that Sriracha into there. All right, there we go. All right, and then just, that's going to thicken up a bit. So stir it around. I cook this for about a minute or two before we add in the rice. All right, that's been bubbling away nicely. Look at that. That's about it. That's a good thickness. We don't want it too thick because the rice is gonna get in there. So now I'll leave it on the heat because I want to heat that rice up a bit. So pop that rice in there. I got Japanese sticky rice, of course, so it's gonna come out in one big lump. That's okay. That sauce is gonna break it up quickly. All right, so I had somebody the other day, we went out for lunch, and they were surprised that a spoon came with the rice because, you know, usually we eat our rice with chopsticks, but we don't eat fried rice with chopsticks. You see, the minute you fry rice, it breaks up that stickiness, and, well, eating that with chopsticks, that'd be a very long lunch. So we do eat our fried rice with a spoon. All right, that is just about all mixed together. So what I'm just doing is breaking up the rice here, and that sauce gets in it and breaks it up in no time. And there, we just want to get all the vegetables and meat and all in amongst the rice. And that is looking good. Perfect. There we go. That's ready. All right. Look at that. That's going to be a good dinner tonight, so we can turn that heat off. All right. Hey, if you like this recipe, do stick around and check out those other Kevin Ryder recipes here on Kuma's Kitchen. And make sure you give us a like, share it with your friends, let them know about this, and make cooking fun again with Kuma's Kitchen.